don't really look at the other maps and feel like it's a massive effect unless it's this one we're in right now.
Dangerous grass.
Dangerous grass. And hey, if the dangerous grass is really as dangerous as it is, then maybe ZETA would want to run back the Karita here.
Maybe run back the entire comp we saw earlier. Like, wait, this is better on dangerous grass.
Yeah, just take out the Kimmy or the Granger. You can't take both out. At least take one both out.
Kimmy Granger.
Yes, take Kimmy Granger out.
Chefin?
Yeah.
Usually, if it's on BLID, I'm gonna say it, but not the time. I have something to say, but yeah.
Yeah, you have something to say about the draft though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the draft.
Fanny Sora.
Definitely.
They got rid of Dwayne.
Dwayne?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dwayne the Grok.
Dwayne the Grok,
Ah, I see. They're still sticking with the dragon.
Okay.
That's an early Kimmy, by the way. So it looks like this is the adjustment, right? So
Yes,
now
sir.
they realize that there's no gunman or like kiter
Yeah.
on the opposing side.
my
They think,
God.
oh, this
They're running
feels
it back.
super greedy.
They're running it back though.
See, the thing is, I like that they adjust to the Kimmy, but you're picking a Kimmy and Yisun Shin into a Yuzhong.
Yeah. I know I
What's up with
suggested
that?
this earlier, but that's crazy that I'm seeing it unfold and it's like the exact first two picks.
This is Hayabusa.
Oh,
there you go.
man.
Yeah, oh, okay, here.
Oh my God.
This
That's more
looks-
value.
This looks beautiful for Leon. For ZETA, got that?
It's the best chance. They just have to go down now.
Haha, Junichi gets Lapu Lapu. At least they have a way to stop the Farsa.
This is the TikTok matchup for Indonesia. Lapu Lapu versus Yuzhong.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is that the popular combo
No,
or
it's
like
like-
matchup in India?
For all the people that has no macro, this is what they play.
Yeah, they just go for the fights, you know.
1v1, no one's gonna back up.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
These are the two heroes I made in the EXP lane. That kind of hurts.
It only applies to the ID server.
Yeah.
You're from the PH server, you're playing different, you know. In ID server, it's all about
Brawl,
Yeah.
brawl.
Yeah.
And that's why I get destroyed by Ranger Emmas when we go up against each other in the EXP lane.
Ah.
W Paquito though.
Get
Who
the
is he?
blue Paquito.
Hey, Ranger Mas isn't your average Indo XP.
Ah.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Really good. Hey, Humans getting taken out by Leon, is this warranted? I honestly feel like they should worry
They're
about it.
expecting Lapu Gold? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't agree with that. I agree. It doesn't seem warranted at all.
But I think it's still gonna be a fighter gold though. At the end of the day, for ZETA Division, there's
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
already two.
It should be a Ruby. If we're looking at it right now,
Yeah.
against the Haya, against Yuzong, I would go Ruby. I would not go Uranus.
Or maybe they want to hold that until the last moment, whether to flex Lapu Lapu to gold lane.
Wimanet is an egoist, brother, man. What if he goes marksman
But
here?
Ego is in Virtus Pro.
No, that's Saur. Oh, they get rid of the Ruby. That's Saur egoist. Wimanet is the egoist. They're even wearing blue. They're locked in.
Allow me to lead the charge.
Never mind. Oh, actually, not yet. Gold lane, not yet. Maybe they still. To be fair, Wimanet, MSC 2025 wildcard. We know him for the Bruno. He's a top global Bruno, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to make the Farsa even more valuable and the Hayabusa
But there's
and
a
the
Hilda
Yuzhong.
and a Lapu Lapu.
No,
listen,
you're cooking too much.
Yuzhong, Haya, Farsa. They're gonna have to choose which one. If there are three different choices. Okay, never mind. Don't go Bruno.
Don't go Bruno, you
wait a minute,
cannot.
please.
We have a battle in the
Okay.
grass.
Okay, that's better.
Battle in the grass, Lapu Lapu. Nah, Lapu. Khalid
Yeah.
versus Hilda here.
This is going to be a fast game. And I hope it's going to be, again, one of those games where it's just maybe 10 kills in the first 5 minutes, 5 apiece, 6-4, something like that. This is going to be fast. You rotate fast, you find pickoffs fast. And for ZETA, I'm glad they eventually just leaned towards CC and Lapu because they didn't need any more damage. I mean, in terms of like Kimmy and Yisun Shin as your main damage leaders, that's good. But Sheffin, your quick thoughts on the draft?
I don't care about the draft. I just want to see a 2-1 man. ZETA Division, please win this.
Hey, they might not have the better draft on paper, but they got the power of friendship. Sheffin,
You are my Nakama.
plot armor.
Well, see how strong that plot armor really is. Will ZETA force a game number 3, the first game number 3 we're going to be seeing in our wildcards, if ever, or will Leon just meet expectations and end it here? It's game number 2.
To Mobile Legends.
So for ZETA Division, I hope they're taking a page out of LEON Esports' book. Don't be too overzealous in the early game. You have 2 marksmen working out for you, and that's a way for you to be able to hold down, even though you're down by quite a lot. You still have that scaling ability, you know?
Yeah. This is how it's going to play out, though, in the XP lane. The Yuzong definitely is going to win out level 1 to 3. Junichi's going to have a tougher time.
Yeah. Once you get to level 4, though, it becomes a bit more equal. I guess if we trade the ultimate, Lapu is gonna win just a little bit, but that's not the real fight. The real fight for this 2 XP laner is in the objective.
Viana?
Uh-oh.
Yo, why is he walking up to Viana? Takes on the 2v1. The power of friendship prevails.
Yeah. It's not fair, 2v1.
Well,
It's an ID. This is not allowed.
That's a great start there for ZETA Division. I think he really wasn't expecting that the field would be there, but then he saw it. He had time to just start walking away slowly, but still decided to go for it. And a little bit questionable as well as to why Jinzu and Agi did not make the most out of the fact that they didn't see the hill on the right side of the jungle. They could have quickly gone to the orange side, except they just hovered around the mid instead of trying to apply pressure onto Ten and Katsu.
No, it's called being patient, Wenmar. I don't want to get advantage in early game.
To me, it's overthinking, man. To me, it's overthinking.
That's definitely something that they miss out on, especially with the Farsa, right? This is
Khalid
the
and
best
Farsa.
leader in the whole entire game in the mid lane. Why not just use that in the early game?
Yeah, you have Farsa and Khalid. You can afford that after you clear the first minion wave, you look at the jungle real quick.
I mean, both of them are flying.
Uh-oh. Okay, Jinzu gets away, that's true, but Kimi is flying as well.
Oh, okay.
Floating.
Right.
Juviana's not 4. This is horrible for LEON Esports. This looks like it's going to be a free turtle over to ZETA Division. Kani, it's not actually zoning the Hayabusa, but Water is not finding the angle now. Gets the flow. 10 is able to go for the registry. Oh my goodness, Agi with Flicker out now. Jinzu taking very, very low. And Katsu gets the lasers shots on to Jinzu for the second kill.
Yeah, it's a roamer and objective game trade, but I think it works out for ZETA Division from the economic side. 1.6k gold lead already for this team, and they're playing late game comp, so it works out really well for them.
Massive. This is the best ZETA Division literally has looked all wildcard long. The best start that they've had, the first 3 minutes, best first 3 minutes that they've had. And again, the pressure continues onto Juviana. So a lot of respect from Kani and Junichi to actually stop that Yuzhong from popping off.
Oh, Flicker out now. Dispersion of damage over to 10, but the Shuriken, the Quad Shadow finds the kill on Katsu. Down below, Junichi winning out of the trade.
Yeah. That's how it is with Apulapu and Yuzhong, man. But Junichi will try to go back first and get some HP. Juviana will be late in the laning phase, or go back. Jinzu.
Raging Sandstorm, good trace this away, and Kani picks up the kill now as Agi tries to get a read on the movement of Kani, but he's too quick with it. Hi-hi.
Okay. Some Japanese here from Mirko. I'm not familiar with your game, but yeah, if it's Khalid, okay, if it's Khalid and Hilda, it's a battle of who owns the bush first, especially with the Farsa as well, right? This is a hero that, you know, maybe a pseudo Kadira without the ultimate. You know, the first kill and second skill, that's a lot of pure burst damage in the early game. And Kimi cannot do that.
As we look at the Realme hand cam there of Water, still deathless, but ZETA Division are applying pressures on his roam in mid, which is stopping his effectiveness somewhat, although he was able to get that sweet dive straight onto Katsu in the center of the map just a few moments ago. Whoa. Juviana still really struggling up against Junichi. Now, once we go into the second turtle fight, it might be one of those scenarios where LEON, this is their best shot of just flipping the script and taking control of the midpoint.
That should be the case, and Jinzu has the flicker too. Watch out for that Raging Sandstorm power, because 10 is going to be a squishy target for the Khalid. Junichi, that's an early. Oh my famous fighter. Hope it comes out when the next objective fight begins. I don't know if it's going to come out. Maybe?
It takes some time. There is a Black Dragon form for Juviana and the Petrify as well.
Okay, Black Dragon form used up now. Kani in the back line. Look at Agi. They're going to have to use all their resources to defend Agi. Even the Raging Sandstorm land on 2 with a furious dive with the Petrify though. That's what they need. The amount of shocker lands. Junichi could not find the angle, and ZETA will lose their early lead to LEON Esports.
That is proper disrespect, man. Yeah. You're just grouping up in front of a Khalid like that? That's an easy picking free real estate for the Khalid.
Yeah, it also didn't look like Katsu and Ten were completely on board with just going for that dive, that sequence. I thought they were giving space to Ten, but now it's his jungle getting pressured. He was forced back. He couldn't complete that turtle take. That looked like a massive miscom by ZETA Division.
Oh. Dive under turret, mount a shot to pop the watch out of his land. 10 could time this. Can he get it on time? No, Water's too quick.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the 1.6k gold lead is now shifted towards 200 for LEON Esports. Oh man, not looking good at all for ZETA Division, as I mentioned earlier though. They still can play with this 2 marksman comp, although there's a lot of solution on the other side. The dive is also nasty as well from LEON Esports, and they have a lot of range to work with.
So this game extends, so it's gonna might be a similar story to the previous game. Leon, right on the moment we called it, they were able to find the turnaround, but it felt a little bit more just like, again, because of ZETA miscalculating their odds with forcing that sequence. So it's not dire straits. This doesn't mean that Leon will have full control of the game, although ZETA need to start looking at trying to find a way to get more towers down, as Leon has a 2-tower lead.
Looking at the items though, nothing too crazy so far. Junichi. Weird situation. Still fine.
Yep. Water. Oh, Mountain Shocker lands as well. Water taken down by 10, and Kani. Lamage walks up here on the Esmeralda. The traction pulse will force out the flicker out from Lamage. Jinzu floating away, or surfing rather, sorry.
Water is solidified by the Mountain Shocker, and you cannot get away from that situation, man. Gotta watch out. And I always say this is the Hayabusa disease. You thought you are more slick than you thought.
Now Water is able to get back in time for that turtle. ZETA Division did not have the opportunity to take down a tower up top, so now they just have to force a full 5v5.
They're gonna go on Turtle. Turtle number 1 was secured by ZETA. Turtle number 2 by LEON Esports. Now, the final turtle of the game. Black Dragon Farm gonna be used up with the Quad Shadow already used. Junichi coming down with the Raging Sandstorm, and the Petrify locks him again for Water to get the free retry, but Juviano will fall. Lamage shredded down as Kani disrupts the backline. Will be able to flick around. Jinzu! Oh no! You hate to see it! He goes on the wrong target, and now he has to eat the laser beams of Katsu!
That's unfortunate, man. As we always say, that's a tilter and a half.
Oh, Sheffin, you're a Khalid main. How do you feel about that?
I'm feeling a lot of things.
That's plot armor. You know what? That's plot armor.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure Kani, after that, he just let out a huge sigh of relief. I really thought that was it. Jinzu could have easily gotten him, but the enhanced basic attack went to a different member of ZETA as Kani walked away. ZETA walks away with 2 kills. Still not going to be able to open up. Oh, Junichi
just goes in. CC immune. Goes through him, goes over the stun as well, but won't be. Oh, hold on now. He finally falls. All right. That makes more sense. The turret does go down, though.
Yeah. He just took it like a good boy. He didn't really attempt to get away from that situation. I guess he does not have the wings by wings.
Yeah.
You've got to count for that single dash of Lapu Lapu that can catch up to teamfight quite fast, man.
Yeah, it felt like he just accepted it. He didn't even use his flicker out of there. It's just like, okay, this is my life now. I'm sure.
Sometimes in life, you just got to know when to accept defeat, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just knew that wasting the flicker and trying to get away would not have been worth it.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, man. They just don't like Katsu. Mountain Shocker lands on Jinzu, but he's able to heal up for a bit as Kani gets the kill back. It's a roam traded in for a mid laner, so good for Leon as they push in bottom wave as well.
Not only it's a mid laner, it's a scaling mid laner. It's no longer the Kadita, it's a Kimi, so it's more value for LEON Esports. Although, wait, ZETA Division is up by 1.5k gold lead? Since when?
Since that big swing with that team fight.
Okay.
With the plot armor. Remember the plot armor?
Plot armor.
You don't remember the arcs of the show you're watching, man.
Oh, God. This is Wildcard, man. It's supposed to be wild.
Yeah. And
Sheffin is in the building.
What's up?
What's up, Sheffin?
That's quick. That's quick, Sheffin.
What?
You're learning.
Oh, the camera. Just realized.
Hey, Lord. It's taken to, what the hell? Aki already canceled the Feather Airstrike in the back line. The Falling Star move will be used on Junichi, and Katsu taking him low, but there's no one to follow it up. Raging Sandstorm 10. Great trace us away as the stun from Junichi won't land, but 10 has finally shown his fangs here. Now the Shadow Kill used up. The Black Dragon will fall from the skies.
And this is the Nakamas of the region of Japan. Unfortunately, LEON Esports was not able to use their window quite properly. Everyone is just scattered and they go in one by one. That should not have happened.
Holy friendship.
It's working. The power of friendship is working out for ZETA Division. Anime arc on the way, maybe, but we can boil it down to why was Aki using his Feathered Airstrike way so early? And it looked like Lamage, the entry of Lamage even he didn't expect that feathered airstrike to be dropped down right away and then canceled it right away.
Yeah. The pendulum swings quickly here.
It's the ego, man.
You think it is a little bit of an ego thing coming in from LEON Esports?
Could be. Right, Sheffin?
Might be the case, and we're might be looking at the first ever 2-1 in wildcard after how many matches?
That's right. This could be our first third game.
6 match? This is
Yeah.
match?
This is match 6.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Oh, what?
Whoa!
Didn't this happen yesterday? The Black Dragon getting used, like, baited out. Guys, this is a lord. Like, they still need that resource.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a free charge into the mid lane. The Holy Shield will get him down, but they still have a... Oh, wait. No Black Dragon. ZETA, okay, will not siege. They won't siege. Never mind.
I'm actually surprised that they did not siege. Junichi still has the Flicker. Junichi still has the Bravest Fighter too. They can just cheekily take that, but I guess they don't want to take the risk.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of resources aside from the Black Dragon for them too.
Usually in that scenario, I think they were looking at the feathered airstrike. If it was used by Agi early again, then they would have continued the siege. But the fact that Agi held onto it this time, they just decided not going to be worth it. The Farsa can easily clear. We're wasting time. Let's just retake control of the map here. I also like how they didn't quickly rush to clear the minion waves because now LEON Esports is forced to go out of the base a little bit, which increases the chances that ZETA might actually be able to find a little mishap play by LEON.
I hear that. Whoa, Miracle, Win of Nature.
Yeah, I like that with a nature purchase.
Yeah.
Oh, third item.
Which is, in a way, kind of feels like a bit rushed, but you have to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hayabusa and also Yujon. This is probably the
And
best
Khalid.
divers in the game too. Yep, and there's no way you can get away from the Khalid, right?
Yep.
The Flicker, the Raging Sandstorm, it's gonna come at you. You're not gonna be quick enough to respond.
Slow and steady management of the minion wave by ZETA Division. LEON Esports also not being too eager to try and show themselves in the map.
Lamach hasn't died just yet, despite him on a quote-unquote frontliner here. I'm actually so impressed, but Katsu so far, no DHS just yet. Let's see if he actually decides to build that.
Oh, it just makes sense that Katsu would eventually build into it.
That's why I was expecting the DHS, but then he went win the nature, so I was like, oh, okay. That makes more sense, though.
Yeah, it does. It gives Leon a little bit more time to work with, though, but not a lot.
Yeah.
5.5k gold lead for ZETA Division right now. They have all the control in the map here, and also the long lane going in for them. It's a matter of how you execute this Lord Dance, and there you go, on Shocker.
They're rushing.
On the Chaka, yeah, they're just gonna go for the blitz now. Evil Three is landing on the back line. The Lord has already been taken down, and the traction pulse cancels out the healing. Another dive to the back, but the Win of Nature keeps Katsu alive. Lamaj jumping with a point armor, but it's the Flicker out the safety as Junichi's able to find the stun. Lamaj in the back water with a quad shadow, and it's the front to back win for ZETA Division.
That's a Hail Mary that didn't pay off by LEON Esports. A bit too overzealous that time, but they decided to take the risk. Now, this is the task. Can you defend?
Lord charge in the mid lane. Kani gonna try to zone. Junichi now with the Bravest Spider on Agi. Goes straight to it in the back line. It's Water who tries, but gets caught by the Mountain Shocker of 10 and the damage of Katsu. Lamaj standing strong in the front. Still, no DHS, no shred to deal with the Esmeralda, so they defend.
Wow. Another chance to come back here for LEON Esports, but the chances are looking slimmer by the minute with how much item that ZETA Division has stacked up. BOD for 10, that is a big item spike, especially for the squishy members of LEON Esports.
Because of the lead of ZETA Division, Agi now had to rush a Divine Glaive as well, just so that they could match somewhat the damage. Par for par, 10, Brave in front of Lamaj's Esmeralda. Another feathered airstrike to help clear the minion waves and force ZETA Division back, who are now in full control of this game. Divine Glaive for Katsu.
Wow.
So Katsu skipped the DHS altogether, went straight for the Glaive instead.
Interesting. So he decided to go for, or Katsu decided to go for a more like magic-based kind of build. More DHS could still definitely work, right?
Yeah.
They can still go. He can still go DHS next.
But it's not the DHS. Holy Crystal would have been too greedy, but at this point, I think Katsu is already really fine with, even if he doesn't get to the 5th item, these 4 are already set for them, considering that the Blade of Despair is already locked in. Full item build for the Yisun Shin.
That is a big gap in the XP lane too. Especially in the jungle, 3.6k. Like I can't believe I just passed through that.
Yeah.
3,600 gold lead for Hayabusa and Yisuchin. Yes, Yisuchin is a better farmer objectively, but oh man, that's way too big at this point.
It's also a big deal that in the last major sequence that we saw, Water tried to go for the back line, jumped onto 10 and Kani, but just quicker hands by 10 with the Mountain Shocker. That kill is actually what gave enough gold for 10 to instantly lock in the BOD right after that. So with ZETA taking the slower approach yet again, they're just going to maximize the minion waves. I don't think Leon's going to fall for another Rush Lord.
Oh no,
what ZETA
that's
did.
in for Junichi. Does he want to go in?
No. No wings by wings, yeah. This could be an angle for Junichi, but he will play it a bit safer.
That's the way to go, man. Like at this point, you cannot afford to make any small mistakes. A single death of a single member is more brutal than ever at this point. And Junichi is gonna be the one that's solving the Farsa problem, right? Because no one else can get through as easily as this Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah. Jiju now has a Winter Crown, so ZETA Division needs to watch out for that. Not going to be as easy to take down this Khalid once he dives in with the Raging Sandstorm, while Lamaj now has a Radiant Armor. So now more than ever, Katsu will be full building the DHS as the first opponent is already the... Oh! What? Going for Rose Gold.
Oh,
going for Magic Blade.
Interesting. So prefer safety over anything
They're trying to ignore Lamaj, right? Like that's the... Oh man, that's a lot of damage on 10 with the Feather Airstrike. Good cancel by Kani there. But it's not nearly enough of a trade. 10 is very low. Pass and regen. Now the Mountain Chakra as well, but Lamaj is too darn tanky. Minette in the front, trying to hold on. Junichi, no. Bravest Fighter is on cooldown for a bit. The Traction Pulse. Oh, Jinzu gets away, actually uses the heal for a bit.
Man. All right. This does not feel like a 7k gold lead game.
Yeah.
Especially with the way Lamaj is playing. He is so brave against these two marksmen. And that might be why DHS is so valuable to buy at this point.
But there's no dragon. He's already used it earlier. Juviana does still have the Petrify. Can look for a set. Junichi has a Brave Spider back up already as Kani tries to zone to the back with Juviana. Taking a brunt of that damage.
Oh man.
Middle minion wave, there's a bit of a flow.
Yup.
But it will spawn at 10, their own minion waves.
Junichi has to go River Spider, falling Summer coming down with the Traction Pulse as well. They lock Lamaj down! And he flickers out to safety. Kani goes in, but he's all alone. Has the Immortality, flickers out to safety into the bush for the regen. And ZETA have the waves set up perfectly. Mid and top. Junichi there. Kani keeps. Wait, whoa! Furious down, the Petrify already used up, and it's only onto the frontliner now as 10 is still able to cut away. Kani taken down by the Feathered Airstrike. Water has an angle. 1-for-0 trade on the board.
Oh man.
Alive.
How the hell did they play this one perfectly? 6k gold lead for ZETA. It doesn't feel like it at all much. Still in the front line. Look at that. Juviana
tries to go in onto Juviana. Is doing a lot now. 10 jumps in, able to get the Mountain Shocker, and the CC's enough. Water jumps with the Shadow Kill. 10 buys the Immortality. Water's forced back. Lamaj on him with a Winter Crown from 10. Rose Gold Meteor. But he will burn down to Agi as Lamaj tries to cut away against 3. Minette trying to deal out a bit more damage. It's the chase now. Immortality down for Lamaj. The stun on, but he's too darn tanky again, even with the Bravest Spider and the Shred. It'll take them so long. Lamaj gets out of the stun with the Falling Star Moon. But with the curtain call, Minette finally gives Lamaj his first death.
That is too much plot armor for Lamaj. Finally he gets taken down, but what a team fight from both sides. 10 almost barely escaping with his life, but that glowing wand proc and also the magic worship. My goodness, that could have gone south for LEON Esports, but the margins just works out.
And that might not be the end of it. We're probably going to see a round 2. ZETA Division still have the minion waves towards their side. Here comes Water. LEON Esports, can they rush it or will 10 make it back in time?
Oh man.
Too much damage onto Water and Leon has to play the slow game again. But while ZETA Division have played the mid game much better compared to Leon, Sheffin.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they have the waves, they have the turrets. ZETA Division, this should be their game to lose.
Yeah. It's a big win for ZETA though, despite that chaotic trade. They got a base turret up top with the mini wave. So again for ZETA, they can play the patient game now. They had to play it chaotic earlier. They needed to take those risks. But now it's all about how Leon needs to take the risk, how they can commit into the fight. They've lost the turret. And the wave is pushing in. Hayabusa's gonna have to be set there.
Oh no.
And they see him. They see him, 10 sees him, but the Lord gets reset again. The Hayabusa goes for the clear, but already uses the Shadow Kill up top. Now the Black Dragon gets used up 10. Can he go for the Red Tree Waters? Walking up, and the Petrify will stun 10 in the back for them to steal the Lord away. But ZETA will tear through the members of LEON Esports. It's a classic Lord 4-3 member trade of Lamage. Can he keep himself alive? Muimanet is on a killing spree.
Wait, this is endable. Definitely endable, right? They're still managing the wave here. ZETA Division, the Lord comes up. They might be going for the top lane here. No one is going to take care of that. While Water is taking care of the mid lane wave. Jinzu getting cancelled by Muimanet.
Only Water left standing. The Lord of the mid lane will be ushered into the bottom lane. And they'll be able to force out our first full series of Wildcard.
Wow. Wow. I thought it was a game-winning play from Juviana with the stun towards 10. But unfortunately, they lose out on a lot of members to get the Lord. It's all equal, 1-1 for the first time in this wildcard.
ZETA Division, happiest and most animated we've seen them all throughout the wildcard. And even the crowd here in Indonesia was going wild for these two teams. Our first game number 3, damage wins games.
And with this reaction, it is quite a big blow, it seems, for LEON. Expecting to get a clean sweep, but now ZETA are truly back in this series, 1-1. It all comes down to game number 3, and again, beautiful stuff with the Petrify there. Gives Water a free entrance into Lord Evolve.
All of that damage. I think going into that fight, it looked like the two members diving in from LEON got stunned up, and then they just were forced to eat up the damage brought about by the Kimmy and the Yisanshin together. Nice. ZETA Division, it is not over yet for them. And I guess that Kimmy getting rushed early on worked out for them in the end.
Yeah, and it worked out, right? Junichi on a Lapu-Lapu, that's the winning formula, it seems like. Oh, man, but I gotta shout out Lamage, man. He couldn't have played it better than that. The fact that he hasn't died for the whole, I don't know, like 18 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Out on Esmeralda, against a Kimmy, against a Yisanshin, that is, what?
Yeah, in the end, that was only his second death at the end of the game. He knew. He knew, even though ZETA had the damage, he's Lamage, bro. He's gonna be fine. He can eat that up, but the rest of the team cannot.
Yeah. I honestly feel like it was also because of no DHS being in the hands of Katsu. But yes, impressive stuff. Just bobbing and weaving, as Nice will put it, against ZETA.
I'm looking forward to see the stat here on how much damage taken. It's not just damage taken, probably damage dealt too. That's the usual perfect Esmeralda game. But unfortunately, even though you played the perfect game, if the composition is not working at you and it's a late game composition with 2 marksmen, it's hard.
Whoa. We have to watch out now for what ZETA has else in store, or if after that performance, it seems like Kimmy is also one of the biggest factors of the draft for these two teams. Will any of them ban it out for game number 3? But we still have to revisit that 21+ minute game number 2, where with how many things happened in the map, I cannot recall now the early game because the mid to the late game lore dances were so intense with minion waves getting flowed in by ZETA.
And the pendulum swings quickly too, right, in the early game. Like, we were not sure who is in charge of the map. You know, it's a Khalid versus Hilda. Both can actually take damage quite well. And the healing capability too from both teams, you know. Dangerous grass on top of it all.
Dangerous grass.
Dangerous grass.
That could have been the difference maker there too. Maybe that's why ZETA at one point was able to turn the pendulum towards their favor with how fast Kani was getting around the map.
Exactly, man. Kani, my opinion, MVP.
Same.
Yeah.
MVP. He played a solid game this time around. And finally, we get to see the pillar in the mid lane, Katsu and Kani.
Yeah.
With 10 as well. The trio mid finally stepped up here. And it was with Junichi on a playmaker. I think right now, that has to just be the key. He needs to be on something that can open up for the rest of the team.
Yeah, it feels like this game number 2 now is that penultimate episode right before the grand finale of whether or not we'll see the main character win the final battle or not. 10 on that YSS, 3-1-9 with all of the pressure applied towards him and Katsu. with all of the dive that they were up against, the fact that he only died once here, Chef, it is impressive.
I mean, that one, was it the previous game where he just jumped in towards the Lord?
Yes.
Okay, the previous game. Like, my memories get jumbled up with how insane of a game
Yeah,
the
right?
game 2 was. But yeah, 10 actually did his job quite well too. Like, there are some moments where he's forced to take the Petrify, he's forced to get zoned out, but some of his micro skills with the item swaps and all that was pretty amazing as well. But I gotta say, it's still Connie for me, man. It's been quite a few times so far this wildcard that my MVP is not the real me MVP.
Yeah. I guess we just don't need to vote next time.
I mean, with all of the candidates up there in the air, a lot of possibilities as well for this game. But definitely, this is the most complete ZETA game that we've seen in the wildcard. Everything has finally aligned. Even Moiminet walked away with a 7-2-6 KDA in this game. Whereas for majority of the wildcard so far, it seems like we've been wondering where Moiminet has been.
Oh man, Jinzu with Shacked in a pool there. Oh,
They got us.
thank you.
What moment was that? Which moment was that? Was
When
that
he
right
couldn't
there?
get, when he couldn't get the basic attack on the hill there.
Oh, yeah.
Those are members of Black Sentence Esports representatives from Latin America, actually, that got to witness that.
Yeah. What an amazing game. Like, but let's just skip to game number 3, please. You know?
Yeah, I'd love to just skip to game number 3, man, because like the highlights are truly just highlights here, right? They're brawling it out for a lot of these fights until the wave up top, the turret up top gets taken out. Then you can see a little bit of just the Lord dance. But even then, it was more of a committal after seeing Water use the shadow kill up top.
And honestly, I don't think we can break down the game enough unless we get a full-on replay. It's slowed down. We can break it down little by little. Too much stuff is happening, and this is just... They know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, they lose out on the Lord, but they win the war.
Again, for ZETA Division, they leveraged the lead that they had in terms of map control and the minion waves. While for Leon, instead of trying to find a deeper opening with deeper pushes with minions, they just cleared it, made it manageable, and hoped that they would win team fights. To the credit of Leon, again, with that Petrify there in the end, in the previous fights even before that, they were testing ZETA with every sequence. But then ZETA came in with their own flashes of brilliance, calling back to 10. You don't see him with a Winter Crown now or Immortality, but he was juggling those items around. Even Katsu, at one point, was on the way to a Rose Gold Meteor, had to juggle around to an Immortality. So ZETA also were showing off some great micro capabilities.
That might be the game plan, right, for Katsu. Like, maybe try to bait some of the skills first, and maybe we can actually strike back. Not the one, Katsu is not the one who starts the team fight, or maybe ZETA Division is not the one who starts the team fight. They're waiting for a mistake from LEON Esports. And at that point, like, it's definitely better for you to wait for a forced mistake from LEON Esports because the waves are just pushing in all over the place for ZETA Division.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because it looks like a lot of these fights were Leon deciding, okay, it's time. Everything is set up. We got a Petrify, we got our abilities in, we still have a Shadow Kill, Feathered Airstrike still gonna be good. Okay, let's go. But then ZETA survived.
Yep.
Those moments where they, again, the value of having the Wind of Nature rush in by Katsu. The fact that at one point it was a Magic Blade. I can't recall if Katsu was able to full blade the Rose Gold Meteor, but then shuffling it out for an Immortality. Tense item shuffles as well. It all worked out for them in the end because eventually with the lead that they had with the minion waves, Leon had to fall back.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to say. I think the objective for ZETA Division in the late game is to not to win the team fight, but to not lose.
To survive.
Yeah.
Survival, yeah.
I agree. I think throughout the game we got to see, and especially that final moment, right? Well, not the final moment, the one that got them the base throw up top, that ultimately got them the win. It was a bait technique from the Hilda.
Yeah.
They all rushed into Kani, seeing that Kani was low, and the fact that he was able to bob and weave, delay the inevitable, delay the fact that he was going to get taken down, baiting out the Raging Sandstorm, the Furious Dive Petrify, that built up for the fight to be so long to a point where the Lord up top took the base turret down, and then after that, it was just all in. But yes, in the end, Leon were still able to get the Lord, but when they got the Lord, they had to use everything to defend and to get to 10. So with all the resources already being burnt out just for that one goal, it was easy for Katsu, for Junichi, for even Moiminet to clean up.
Yeah. The more that we break down what happened in this game, the more I realize that it's pretty top class what ZETA was able to do here to pull off this victory. Not a lot of teams are willing to just play for survival. Usually it's either we lose this fight or we win this fight, we back off. ZETA said, we don't have to win, right? We can just make sure that we don't lose and that they lose by blowing all of our abilities, and then we go forward. Even though Lamaj many times was the last man standing, there was just no more follow-up because Leon used everything.
Yeah, and now the stakes has never been higher for both teams, right? Because this is the make or break game, right?
Technically, elimination. Well, they're all playing to
Or
qualify.
A
right?
chance to
Yeah.
qualify. They're not qualifying just yet because they already has 2-0 loss in their hands, but
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna boost their